Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. We're here in Indianapolis at the NRA convention. This is just your typical motel, but I just kind of want to walk through and maybe give you some advice when you are traveling, or give you a few pointers or tips just to try to help you. Not that we're trying to come off as a know-it-all, but most people travel. Most of you, go on vacations or travel for work, and you're in a motel simple to this. She wants to come through and just walk through with me. I'm just going to kind of show you the layout of this motel. All of them might be laid a little different, so you may have to improvise, but I'll try to give you a few pointers and tips to help you when you're staying, especially if you're by yourself. Just your typical motel. One thing to note is your exits. Sometimes you'll have a balcony or whatever. In this case, we do not. We're on the 4th floor. There's a window. It does not open. There is no balcony, so that's maybe something for another day, so we don't have to worry about that at all. Now, one thing is on your nightstand, I would have this readily available. I wouldn't have it in a drawer. That's just you. If you have kids, maybe you'll do something different, but it's me, just me and my wife here. My mom and dad's keeping my kids. So the gun is here on the nightstand. Okay, that way it's easy access, quick access with nothing. And if I'm going to be on this side, it'll be right here. If I was going to be on that side, it would be over there, especially if just one of you carry. In my instance, with me and my wife, we both carry, so we're both going to have one on each side. So, if you're traveling with somebody and they don't carry, make sure that you are on the side with your gun, and it's turned where you can grab it easy. Like when you get out of bed, I don't want to be fumbling with it. The way I have it set up is I'm very right hand dominant, where I will roll over, grab, and then take care. How your gun's turned matters. You don't want to be fumbling with it. You don't want to, try to be reaching for it, grab with your left hand, fumble it. I always just turn, and that's just me. If you're not as dominant, not as right hand dominant, you can turn it the other way. Anyway, just real quick, just make sure you can get it. It's accessible. Another thing, make sure when you turn the bed down and you get in bed that you don't just cover up, because if I need to get up quick, I can't. See how the sheets are tucked in? What you want to do is actually untuck the sheets, so that way when you spring out of bed, you literally, she'll probably kill me for tearing the covers all up, but literally now when I want to get out of bed, it's not me fumbling out, falling, tripping, so make sure the sheets are untucked. And I'm going to show you real quick with furniture what I do with the door. That's up to you. You may or may not want to do it with the door, because people can argue the fact, well, in the event of a fire alarm, I don't want any obstructions in my way. Well, to me, in the event of a fire alarm, I can grab and toss. It's going to slow me down minimally. To me, the advantage of having a security measure, somebody coming in the door, will be the advantage. And I'll talk to you about that after I move a little bit of furniture here. Like I said, motels will be set up different depending on where you stay, depending on the company, depending on the layout. But here's some typical furniture that's here for us. So this, I'm not going to carry over there. This may not absolutely be useless. Even though you think, well, it's too low, it won't reach the door. It may not be useless, and I'll tell you why. You can actually put it kind of angled, where when the door opens, this kind of halfway in the bathroom, halfway in the hall, so when the door opens, it hits this and you'll hear a bump. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to turn it this way where it can hit it and slide. I would angle it where there's no way it's halfway in the bathroom, halfway in the hallway, that they can open the door without hitting this and actually having to move it and it scoot across the floor. So even though you think something like this may not be of any benefit, it very well may. Then something like this, you can use it for the same kind of the same way, to put up under the door handle, or do it like what we mentioned with this, set it back just a little bit so when the door opens, it hits it. I wouldn't put it right up against the door. I'd put it about this far, so when the actual door begins to swing open, it'll hit this, make a bump, and then have to move this physically out of the way. And like I said, in the event of a fire, if my feet's not under there, I jump up, I can grab this, and that's how much it slowed me down. So to me, I would rather move an obstruction in the event of a fire than not have anything and the door be breached. I apologize for the lighting. I know it's not the best in the world, so just bear with us. But what I always do, usually if you have a table and chairs, a lot of times motels will, I will, you know, like you've always seen people do, I will come in and put my chair up against this door. It actually is a wedge where the door won't open. Well, in this circumstance, it simply won't do that. So again, I would probably, instead of just putting the chair here, I would refer to one of those harder, either the footstool or the table itself, because this has padding, and if the door is open, it's liable to hit the padding and not make any noise. Now, that's what I like about leaving it about this far. If it doesn't make any noise, the original bump, you can still get that effect. So this chair, even though it won't reach the door handle here, you can still use it as I talked about the other ones, and it won't be a stop. It's not going to prevent somebody from coming in, but what it will do is, like I said, and that's not really that loud, but that's enough if I'm laying right there to wake me up. These are handy. I always use them. But anybody that knows anything about these can be breached so easily from the other side. If you open that door at all, you can take a little tool and manipulate that. That's not a very good line of defense. Your deadbolt is. Always make sure you use your deadbolt. Always be sure to use your deadbolt. But there's keys floating around. It's hard telling who's got a key to your room, so never distrust this. Always deadbolt this, and I do go ahead and use this, but this is easily defeated, so your deadbolt's your friend here. I'm not sure how the camera was, if you got this, but there's a little desk over here, and this is where this chair sat, and this one has wheels, but it sets up a little higher. So actually, you could wedge this up under here to create some type of a barrier, but it has wheels. So it's not going to be like your wooden leg chairs that dig into the ground that you brace up against it. That really makes it a very good barrier. This can be defeated pretty easily, but what I like about it is, even though it can be defeated pretty easy, it does make it harder. And what you need is time. What you need is, you know, wake up and, hey, what's going on? So this will give you some time, but even if it is defeated, listen to this. I don't know how good the camera picks it up, but this literally, even if you roll it easy, that's something that this door is open. That's all the noise you need. That's all the time I need. That's all the, you know, because the element of surprise is your enemy. So basically, we need to be prepared at all times. But when you're asleep, you can't, you know, have, you know, an alarm system and everything always like you do at your house when you travel. Another good little thing you can get, it looks like a wedge. It's not necessarily a door stop. I don't know how much it'll stop as far as breaching the door, but what happens when the door is open, it pushes up on this little pedal. And when the door is open, it sounds an alarm, which then, again, gives you a moment, taking away the element of surprise. So basically, if you have a few minutes to wake up, maybe flip a light on, grab your firearm, identify what's going on, it can certainly help you, especially if you're a female traveling alone, which I don't recommend. I know males travel alone too, and it can be dangerous. So anyway, if you're traveling alone, be very careful. Watch both ways. A lot of times, you know, you see those horror clips where literally somebody's walking down a motel room and they're grabbed or they're pulled into a room or whatever. So please be careful. Even if you say, hey, I'm just going to run down here, I'll be right back to get ice, take somebody with you. There's strength in numbers. I know this isn't the end all be all, and I may try to make a quick video. I don't mean to talk too much. I know several of you say I talk too much, but I don't know how else to communicate with you, okay? I don't know sign language, so other than talking, I don't know how to convey my points, okay? But anyway, this isn't the end all be all, but I do care about you. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I do want you to be safe. So like I said, if you have any tips in the comments below, leave them. Hey, this is a family-friendly chat. We're all here. It's like a neighbor visit. A lot of you guys got some fantastic ideas, but stay safe, be vigilant, keep your eyes open. We live in a dangerous world. Wish you and yours the very best. May God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.